Jets, and welcome back to another episode of the Jets Ward. I am your host, Ryan Ward. If you've been here before, thank you guys for coming back. If you're new here, welcome. We always welcome here on the Jets Ward. Now, today we have some exciting stuff for you guys. AG is making some moves with the coaching staff. We've hired a defensive coordinator, a special teams coordinator, and an offensive line coach. That's exciting. Now, we're going to be talking about those three as we go on today, and I'm going to go into depth with each one of these guys. And Jets fans, you should be excited for these hires. I know I am. And the first coach I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is somebody Jets fans should be excited for, and that guy is Steve Wilks. He is the Jets' new defensive coordinator, and this guy has had a big career. Started out with the Washington Redskins, because in 2005 they were the Redskins, not the Commanders for some of the newer fans and younger generation. But he started out as a defensive backs coach, moved into Chicago where he was again the defensive backs coach, and then moved up the ladder slowly until last year he was the defensive coordinator of the San Francisco 49ers, where he had that team fierce. They were blitzing a lot. They were aggressive. They were ferocious. They moved around fast. They hit hard, and that is something the Jets defense needs, that fire, that aggression that they haven't had in so long. And to me, our defense has been soft. So Steve Wilks brings the intensity. He brings a no-nonsense type of attitude, which again AG does as well, which they're going to be in lockstep, which is great. And a good thing about him too is he's honest with his players. He works with them. He doesn't want to be your buddy. He wants to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And I think that's a tough thing for a lot of players to have to deal with, but it's the best thing that they need as well. And with Steve Wilks as well, his defenses have always been in the top. When he was with the 49ers, he had a top 10 defense. I believe that they, with points allowed, they were like 5th. Points given up, and that is solid. The Jets last year, our defense, pass defense was good, but the rest, our run defense was garbage. Even though we have some studs on that defense, Steve Wilks is going to bring us together and utilize some of the talent we have on this team. Sauce Gardner, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, who had a blowout year this year, which was great. Quinnen Williams, who we need to get back into it. He's one of our best defensive players, if not the best. And under Steve Wilks as well, because he blitzes a lot, Quincy Williams will have a monster career, or a monster year, I'm hoping. But it's going to be something that is going to be need adjusting to. Steve Wilks predominantly runs a 3-4 defense. But in San Francisco, he ran more of a 4-3 because of the personnel there. The Jets personnel on defense runs better with a 4-3 because of the people we have. Steve Wilks, the great thing about him is he can adjust. He can run multiple fronts, multiple disguises. This guy is a genius when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. So Steve Wilks, welcome to the Jets. The next guy that I'm going to be talking about is somebody who I'm really excited for and who I think is a diamond in the rough type of coach. And that is Chris Banjo. The guy's only 34 years old. He is still really, really young, but you might know Chris Banjo because he was a solid NFL player. He was a safety. He played for the Jacksonville Jaguars, played for the Green Bay Packers, played for the New Orleans Saints, where AG was his defensive backs coach. So that's how they know each other. And he ended his career with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, what do we need to know about Chris Banjo? He hasn't been a coach for that long, but from what we know about him, he was the assistant special teams coordinator last year with the Denver Broncos, and Sean Payton raves about this guy. He is a no-nonsense type of coach, common theme here with the Jets, which I love, and the players love him on special teams. They would run through a wall. Even so, JFM, John Franklin Myers, posted on X that he's going to miss him, and that's something where one of your best players is saying that about a coach. I don't know, Jets fans, that makes me really, really excited. Chris Banjo, I've been talking so much about on X. I've been raving about this guy. Like I said, he is a special, special coach who I think can make our special teams a top 5 unit next year. With that being said, he is young, and new, but a coach who has given off, said he's really good as well, Mike Westhoff. You might remember him, Jets fans, because he was one of our special teams coordinators and had our special teams running so well. Best that I've ever seen. And he signed off on Chris Banjo. And when he's doing it, I trust him with everything when it comes to special teams. And Chris Banjo is going to be amazing for this unit. Aaron Glenn said he wanted the Jets to win in all three phases of the game. Special teams, one of them. Chris Banjo will get this special teams unit up and running. They will be aggressive. They will fly to the ball. Be excited, Jets fans, for Chris Banjo. Welcome to the New York Jets. And the last coach that I'm going to be talking about today is Steve Heiden. And I didn't really know much about him, other than that he worked with the Detroit Lions last year as their tight ends coach. And he is coming over as our O-line coach, which I was really shocked about in the beginning because tight ends to O-line, I didn't think that would really work. But apparently, a lot of tight ends coaches move on to O-line at coaching, which I was really happy to hear because this guy played tight end in his career, was more known for his blocking, and he was a damn good blocker. And if you look at Detroit last year, their offensive line was solid, and they utilized their tight ends in the blocking scheme. Look at Sam Laporta. When this guy got his hands on Sam Laporta, his blocking increased every year to where Sam Laporta is a every down tight end. He can catch, he can run really fast, and he can hit you hard in the blocks. He can make his blocks. And that is what I'm hoping for with Steve Heiden coming in. He is going to get a really, really good unit. I hope we re-sign Moses. But it's a really young unit as well. Solid unit. They were great last year. But I really hope that Steve Heiden can come in and utilize their strengths. Unlike our last all offensive line coach, Keith Carter. I'm glad he's gone. But Steve Heiden is going to be great. And I trust AG with his choices of coaches. He said he's going to pick the best. Doesn't matter if he knew them before or if he worked with them before. But I trust everything that he's doing. And he trusts Steve Heiden, which I am really, really excited for. Welcome to the Jets, Steve Heiden. And with all of those coaches, the thing that we're still missing as Jets fans is an offensive coordinator. Now, my thoughts and a lot of Jets fans' thoughts of how it's going is that Tanner Engstrand is going to be our offensive coordinator. He is young, never called plays, but he was the Detroit Lions pass game coordinator. And if you just seen on X or in sports, the Lions just hired a new pass game coordinator, meaning that Tanner Engstrand most likely coming to the Jets. And he is young, never called plays before, but he wants that opportunity. And I think he can do it. That offense was explosive last year, and those receivers were always open. And I think Tanner Engstrand had a lot to do with that. And I think he can come in and be a solid coach. Now, with that being said, a first-time play caller, I think we need to bring in a senior advisor on offense. And I think two options for that could be Todd Haley, whose name has been running around lately. That guy has been a head coach before, had worked with the Jets as a receiver coach many, many years ago, and has moved around and has been solid. A little bit quirky, but that's what the Jets need. They need fiery, they need quirky, they need somebody in there who has experience. And we're doing that so far. And I think that would be beneficial for Tanner Engstrand and for AG as well. And if we don't bring in Todd Haley, I think another great person that's out there who not a lot of people are talking about, Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson is a Super Bowl winning coach. And I think if you can get him in as a senior advisor, man, this team would be flying. And Engstrand could learn a lot because Peterson was a very solid play caller for many, many years and did wonders with Carson Wentz and Nick Foles. So I think those two options would work well with Tanner Engstrand. Now, my friends, we are coming to the end of the Jets Ward segment, and I really hope you enjoyed this video today. I've been having a lot of fun making these. The subscriber count has been going up slowly, and I appreciate and love all of my subscribers. And anybody who joins us, all fans are welcome. You don't have to be a Jets fan. If you are somebody who could be against the Jets, if you like another team, you are so welcome here. We welcome anyone and everyone. This is a safe space for everybody. Now, with all of that being said, please, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps out this channel, and I really do appreciate it. It really makes me feel good. And if you liked what I had to say today, if you like these options, if you have any other ideas about other coaches, please comment down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. And with that being said, thank you for joining me in the Jets. Whoa!